Molly, right before she said, "Are we live?" Hilo came in and she said, "Hilo just came in and farted right away."
Yeah.
That's what you're dealing with.
Dunk up the room. Hello, everybody.
It's fine for me.
Welcome, and happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month, everyone. That was appropriately dramatic.
I got my Pride nails. I just went like with all neon colors with a little rainbow on one nail. All the colors. How's everybody doing? We also already got like a bunch of super chats in here.
I'm doing good. This is like the start of our vacation.
Yeah, this will be maybe depending on how long it takes us to finish this set.
Well, I'm saying like this is the start of our vacation.
Yeah, I was just saying this might be a shorter stream, but that is because we have been packing and getting ready for our trip to Yellowstone, which we are leaving on Saturday. But yeah, for now, it's Lego and questions. And
but I think
drinks.
this is a good way to start vacation. Just nice, chill, finish an X-Wing. We got to build 2 wings and some engines.
Ooh, this is good. I got some rosé. Don't forget my little baby X-Wing down here.
But we already built one X-Wing, you're right.
This one, honestly, is super cute.
You can hang that one from the ceiling if you want.
All right, let's get into these super chats here. LOSD has our first one of the night. Thank you so much, LOSD. Maz Kanata is older than Yoda and still looks/moves great. Think it'd be pushing it if she was around for Dawn of the Jedi?
25,000 years old?
I think that's pushing it.
I think that's pushing it.
Yeah. Her eyes would be even tinier. And
but
shrivelier.
Like, we don't know. We don't know how that species ages, but I'm thinking 25,000 is a little much for any species in Star Wars, any alien. Like the Mortis gods, I get. They can be 25,000 years old, maybe, I don't know, but Maz Kanata, I think she's I'm saying she might be like 2,000 years old. Han said that she's run her castle, her watering hole, for 1,000 years. So
right.
It's not like she founded that place as a baby.
Yeah.
So I think that she is probably potentially several millennia old, but 25,000.
How does she act in the High Republic stuff that she's in? Like a young whippersnapper?
Not really. I mean, she is more active as far as we can tell. She is like living up to her name as a pirate queen.
Mm-hmm. I don't think she's that old, but it might be one of those mysteries that we never really find out just how old she is, unless she shows up in that movie.
Yeah, and then we'll be like, all right.
But that is a good question. No one knows how old Maz Kanata is. But she looks good for whatever age she is.
You're right, yeah. She doesn't look like she's slowing down at all.
No. Mm-mm.
That's why I'm like, I could buy it if she were 2,000 years old already and getting ready to go for her 3rd millennium.
Just a spring chicken. Campy has the next one. Notice we've been seeing the stun setting of blasters a lot more recently, and that had me thinking. Excuse me. Jedi only killed as a last resort, so why was dismember and kill the only setting for sabers?
That's technically not true, but you're right. They never seem to use the lower power setting, because we saw it in Star Wars Rebels that Ezra and Kanan.
They do have like a training mode,
mm-hmm.
which I'm not sure what that does exactly.
I think it'd give you a little zap. It wouldn't dismember you. I don't think it would hurt bad. It would just be a hi, Hilo. You know you got whacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like that's something the Jedi could use. A stun setting on their lightsaber.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, I don't think dismember and kill are the exact purposes of the lightsaber. But it is true, like, if Jedi aren't supposed to kill or even attack, why do they have laser swords?
Well, I mean, I think that they... Sometimes taking a life is the only option. Like, that we see a lot of Jedi being like, please stop. Like, don't... If you live, you're going to kill all these other people. Just don't kill these people. And that person refuses, and that is the option that is left to them.
You gotta take out those Gendai somehow.
It's protect light and life first and foremost. We just watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series again, and Obi-Wan reminds Anakin that a Jedi's purpose is to protect life above all else, and I think there's a little bit of the Spock for the greater good. Like, this one person who's doing something evil might have to die. I mean, that's what I think Star Wars is very much about, is not like just when is it okay for a Jedi to kill someone, but when is war the only option? When is fighting and violence the option, and that's all that's left? Or some people are like, I'm going to jump straight to violence and skip over diplomacy.
Yeah, it feels like, though, every time war happens with the Jedi, they find a way to mess it up.
I mean, it's a difficult thing.
Yeah.
Like, when you're supposed to be protecting life, but you're also involved in a war.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, your job is easy if there's no war going on and there's no one threatening any lives. You're like, did my job today.
I think there was some cool stuff in Path of Vengeance that kind of showed how quickly and how easily the Jedi can start to slip into the darkness and the violence, but especially when in those stories they haven't been at war for 500 years. Like, the Sith have been gone. So all of these people, all of this generation of Jedi are like very used to being peaceful. And the second that they're like, oh, we have to be violent, like, some of them don't handle it well.
Are there any instances in... Sorry, I'm, like, going off on a tangent, but this has got me thinking, like, the Force is all about balance, right? So during that time of peace in the High Republic, are there any instances of the Jedi of the High Republic going and seeking out things like darkside caves just to experience the dark side, to remind themselves to remain balanced? Like, is that a thing?
Well, I think Qui-Gon Jinn kind of... I wouldn't say he sought out a dark side cave, a nexus in the dark side or anything, but he did have an experience that was kind of like that in one of the comics.
I was just thinking of, like, when they would take little trips to Jeddah.
Yeah.
Almost like a pilgrimage to places like Jeddah. It would be interesting if there was something like that, but for something like the dark side cave on Dagobah, where it's like they purposely go there to experience what it feels like, to test themselves a little bit.
I don't know if they would go to, like, oh, let me just see what the dark side feels like.
Let me just tempt myself today.
Yeah, but I could see them maybe testing themselves. I mean, like, Yoda let Luke go in there. It's not like he was saying, do not go in. I think Yoda wanted him to be tested.
He was like, don't take your weapons. Oh, he took his weapons.
Yeah, I told you not to.
I'm not getting off this log. Too old. Got hair in my mouth. That was a good question. Thanks, Campy. LOST has another super chat. I never got around to Willow, and now it was taken off Disney Plus so quickly. Will you miss it? Did I miss out on a lot of awesomeness? I'm so upset about Willow being taken off Disney Plus. It makes no gosh darn sense. It's only been out for 6-7 months.
I'm the same way. Like, I know that someone will probably be able to explain the business reasons behind it, but I just don't like it. That it's the worst when business and art conflict with one another, and it's like it's a necessary evil, it seems like. But yeah, I am still upset. I didn't love Willow, the way that some people did, but I'm still upset that it was taken off of Disney Plus and that so many people's hard work is just like, nah, we're throwing it out. Like, because we don't want to pay residuals or whatever it is, whatever the reasoning is. I don't like it.
Yeah. None of it looks good for anyone involved, really. But
well, I mean, the people for Disney, I would say.
Yeah.
The people who made it.
Well,
I mean, it's just a bummer for them. Like, I don't wanna...
I was thinking of what John Kasdan tweeted.
Oh, yeah,
about
where
it.
he was like...
He had a real hot take. Oh. He said something like, I'm kind of into this idea because, you know, I grew up in a time where the Disney movies were in the vault part of the time.
And the vault was a dumb thing, too.
Yeah, it's... What is it? It's, what is Hilo barking at?
I don't know.
Hilo's in the chat. It creates a false scarcity.
Yeah.
And it just makes people, like, want to go and buy those movies because, oh, it's going to go back into the vault, which means nothing. Anyways, I liked Willow a lot. It was really unique. They knew that they that they were taking like a pretty big leap of faith with that show, and like a lot of people liked it, but I don't think a broad enough audience like watched it, which is it sucks. But
I mean, like you just said, it was a big leap of faith. It's a Lucasfilm property, but not one that has nearly the attention of Star Wars or Indiana Jones, and like Indiana Jones doesn't have nearly the attention that Star Wars does. Mm-hmm. So it was just a big swing. Yeah. But if you like high fantasy, I mean, it was a really fun fantasy show. So much fantasy now on TV feels very intense, like House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, that kind of thing.
Like huge amounts of lore being dumped in your lap, and you're just like, whoa. Willow was so like lighthearted. You didn't even really need to have seen the original movie, but I mean, it did help a little bit.
It's just like Star Wars, where if you don't need to read these books, but it will enhance your experience, I think. And Willow was the same. Like, you didn't have to watch the movie, but there were definitely some things that I think people would appreciate more if they'd seen it.
Yeah. And, you know, it would have been fine, I guess, if they took it off Disney Plus, but said, hey, we're releasing this as a DVD.
Yeah, the fact that you just can't watch it now. And I think that'll
unless
probably
you pirate
change.
It, which
I think that'll probably change.
I hope so.
They can put it on Hulu, or they can release it physically or something, but
yeah. I'm sorry you missed out. I liked it. He thought it was okay, but like I said, hopefully they release it on physical media at some point, because if it's just gone forever only to ever be pirated to be watched, that's tragic. Donnie Bravo has the next super chat. Hi, Alex and Molly. Appreciation post and happy Pride Month. Yay! Alex, your videos on Star Wars The High Republic had me get every adult novel in the Marvel Comics released so far. It's great. Thank you.
Yay!
Yay!
Glad you're enjoying it.
We are big advocates for The High Republic,
and
even though I have seriously slacked on Phase 2.
It's good timing as well, since the Phase 2 comic just ended, the Marvel comic. We still have 3 more issues of the High Republic Adventures, the all ages comic, but yeah, people can catch up. There's now 5 adult books, and I forget how many issues were in the Phase 1 comic. There were 10 for Phase 2. It was probably like 15 or 20 in Phase 1.
I'm very excited for Phase 3, because I loved Phase 1. Phase 2 has been okay from what I've read, but I just can't seem to like finish anything that I start from it. I'm gonna try.
You finished Path of Vengeance.
Not Path of Vengeance. That's the big one.
Oh, Deceit, yeah.
Path of Deceit,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna try to read Path of Vengeance, but I'm honestly on a Star Wars book break right now, just because I don't read enough, and I kept struggling with like 3 different books I started that were Star Wars books, and I didn't finish them, and I just like, I need a palate cleanser. It's just something kind of like short and silly, so I've got a couple of books that I'm gonna try to give a shot over the summer, and I will revisit Star Wars probably with either Path of Vengeance, or I'm really excited to read Delilah Dawson's book.
Which I just finished reading one of Charles Soule's non-Star Wars books called Anyone, which was very interesting and different. If you like Black Mirror, I think you'd like Anyone a lot. But I just finished that, and then we got the review copy for Inquisitor Rise of the Red Blade, and I'm making myself wait to start it until after our vacation.
Yeah.
But I do want to start that really bad.
We need a break from, I mean, we've gotten a pretty solid break from Star Wars since Celebration, but we need like a real break where we go and do an actual vacation without any interruptions, which we'll see if any news drops. It almost always does when we're out of town. But that's awesome that you got into it. Eloasti with another super chat. How soon are you taking the gloves off and openly spoiling Jedi Survivor in video titles and LEGO chats? Probably not until I finish playing the game, which I'm only...
You're not that far into it.
2.5, 3 hours into it, maybe.
You're still at the point where you know everything, that because you've played up until the Dagon Gera reveal. So
that's true. I'm replaying the first like 3-ish hours because we played it at the review event. But yeah, probably not till I finish my streams, which we're doing once a week right now, but we might pick up the pace a little bit when we get back from vacation. We'll see. But yeah, I'm enjoying playing it. I spent way too much time customizing my lightsaber in BD1 on our last stream, so that was kind of a waste of time for the viewers, but
I think people enjoyed it.
You just got to see me go, I don't like that. I don't like that either. Wait. And I kept like undoing what I did by pressing the wrong button because I'm just clumsy with a controller. Myriad Media Musings, thank you for the next one. With Indy 5 coming soon, I'm wondering if you already seen Young Indy Chronicles. I was surprised and delighted to see it on Disney Plus, as I've never seen it. So this morning, first of all, we got up at like the crack of dawn this morning because we had people over here fixing our roof, replacing our roof. So that was way noisier than we thought it was going to be.
That was exactly as noisy as I thought it was going to be.
It was
I don't know why you thought they were going to fix our roof with pillows, but
I just didn't think it would shake the whole house, but I was wrong. So we got up super early and we were downstairs just having our coffee, and I was like, oh yeah, let me check on Disney Plus and look at all the indie stuff. And I had no idea that series was basically like 20, I don't know how many there are, 20
I think
or
it's
20,
20, yeah.
20 or 22, like movie length episodes. They're all an hour and a half. And I was like, oh my God, that's so much to watch. So that like shocked me a little bit.
It is. It's like 20 movies. But no, I have not seen that. I've seen bits and pieces, but I like growing up, I saw a couple things, but I couldn't tell you what episodes they were. So my indie fandom is very different from my Star Wars fandom. I love the movies, and that's pretty much it. I've read a couple comics. I've read one book growing up. Played a couple of the video games, Fate of Atlantis, The Infernal Machine, but that's about it. So I really need to step up my Indiana Jones game.
I wouldn't mind rewatching the movies before the new one. Even though I feel like we watched one of them sort of recently.
I watched all of them like 2 years ago for Schmodown.
Yeah. But... Oh, thanks. Steve Mermelstein says, love your shirt. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if we'll actually get that done before the new movie comes out, but I will at least rewatch one of them.
I'll watch Raiders anytime, any place. And Last Crusade. Temple, I feel like I have to be in the right mood for.
See, that I know a lot of people that feel like Temple is their favorite of all of them. Oh, David McKay says, I was listening to Ken Knapsack talk about this. I think he said the show was re-edited into movie-length episodes.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
Crazy, though.
Huh. Well, I do know that it used to be the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles or something, but then they changed it to the Young Indiana Jones Adventures or the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. So maybe when they changed the format, they changed the title.
How long were they to begin with?
45 minutes.
And they just how did they make them longer?
I think they were they used to be separated out, and then they just combined episodes into hour and a half. Like,
so there was more than
basically like
20.
taking Clone Wars arcs and just being like, now it's the Umbara episode and it's 2 hours long.
Okay. So there were
if they were to do
way
that.
more episodes than 20.
I'm guessing.
That's a lot. I was thinking this was like 10 episodes or something. But we are excited for Indy, and I think we have tickets already.
Oh yeah. At like 3 p.m. I'm so happy about that. I don't have to do a midnight screening, not even a 7 p.m. screening, a middle of the day screening. We got great seats. Come home, I'll do a review about it. Won't have to be up until 4 a.m.
Yeah. Gotta love a good 3 p.m. movie. Get home in time for dinner. Or you have time to go out for an early dinner. Good stuff. Brian Ferreira has the next one. So who do you think would win in a fight? Han, Indy, or Harrison himself?
Is this coming off of the... Did I see it on Twitter or somewhere recently? Harrison Ford commented, I'm like, I always get asked that. Who would win in a fight, Han or Indy? And I don't care. He's like, why do people ask me this? Yeah, which is a very Harrison answer.
He says that about like all of his movies.
I was actually just watching a TikTok from Bill Lawrence talking about how they got him to do Shrinking. And how Bill's like, I think we just accidentally confused him into working with us.
Okay, yeah, it's based on that.
Yeah, but I think Harrison would win. I think
Really?
he would grump them both to death.
I think Indy would win. Because he pulled a gun out and shot a guy.
So did Han.
But, like, without taking a beat, really. Just, he brought a gun to a sword fight and just shot that guy dead.
I think I agree with you, actually. I do think it depends on the rules of the fight. Honestly, if it's like just a duel, like two people with guns, I think Han wins.
I guess. Yeah.
It depends.
I'm seeing Han shot first in the comments, but like he knew Greedo. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. He had beef with him. Not Han. Indy didn't know.
It's so hard to keep him straight.
Indy didn't even know that sword guy.
Does that make it better?
No, that makes it worse because he just like killed a stranger in the street.
He was waving a sword at him.
He didn't even come at him, though.
He was gonna.
Was he?
Yeah, Indy saw the storyboards for the fight and knew that in the original script, like, this guy's gonna come at me, so I'm just gonna shoot him.
Yeah, well, didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah, I bet they would have been friends if they tried.
I think Han and Indy would have gotten along. They wouldn't have.
I think they're too similar. I think they would have hated each other.
Beat each other up. Or maybe they needed to beat each other up first, and then they would have gotten along.
Then they would have gotten along. I agree with that.
I always struggle with this. Tyranno Naughty. Thank you for the next super chat. At Alex. Ever played any Crash Bandicoot games? They're 3D platformers, many levels in ancient ruins, original games made by Naughty Dog, even some indie-style boulder chases. P.S. Gulu and Guido OTP.
The only...
Who's Gulu and Guido?
I don't know. The only Crash Bandicoot I have played is in... Oh, I did that wrong. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I did that so wrong. The only Crash Bandicoot I've played is in Uncharted 4 when you get to play it as Nate. And I think it is the boulder chasing part. But it's like you're playing a game, and then your character in the game is playing a video game. So it's like several levels of
yeah,
weirdness going on. But I should play it because I think that those are the only Naughty Dog games that I haven't played.
I actually did play.
Really?
The first one? Well, whichever one was on... Oh, I can't remember if I played it on the N64 or the PlayStation. It must have been the PS1, the original PlayStation.
I think that's right.
Because I did play that game a lot, actually. And it was fun. I never beat it, I don't think, because I don't beat games if I'm just by myself. I eventually will get to a part that's too hard and I'll quit. But not anymore. Not if you can help it. Dino Park Dan said, don't play Crash Bandicoot games if you have high blood pressure. Yeah, I remember being just irate with that game at times, and it would make me want to scream.
I mean, that's most video games, but I like that. I enjoy a bit of blood pressure from video games.
In fact, I might actually remember the boulder chase. I might remember playing that part. Yeah. But yeah, we should play it, because I'd be curious if I remembered any of it.
I would be very curious to just jump backwards in time, but like Naughty Dog is one of my favorite studios just because 100% of the games I've played by them I've loved. So I should go back and see if that holds true.
Irish Nexus, thank you for the next one. With the return of WAC confirmed for today's announced comic Dark Droids.
Oh, right. I was hoping someone would bring this up.
D-Squad, do you reckon our boy, the GOAT, Meeber Gascon, went to the Empire?
So, I don't know if
WAC?
you've heard the big news. D-Squad is coming back.
How? In what?
They're getting ready to do a big crossover comic story, all about droids, basically. Also, on Monday, an interview is coming out with Charles Soule that I got to do with him a week ago or so, and we're actually, you can hold it up. He is promoting his new book, The Endless Vessel.
Good thing that's your old phone. Ta-da!
That's Charles Soule's new non-Star Wars book that's coming out next week. So we were talking about that. But of course we talked a lot of Star Wars as well, High Republic. And I asked him about the upcoming comic crossover event that's happening. But it's all about droids. And so D-Squad, I don't think it's the same D-Squad, but definitely Wok, the pit droid, is going to be there.
Okay.
R2, Walk.
I said WAC
Whack.
because I couldn't remember who
Yeah,
that was
you
or what it
confused
was.
me. Or I think his name is Whack. But
Whack.
they're both in it. Chopper's in it. And then on the cover was Forlom, IG-88, and I think someone else. But
Hell yeah.
I would love it if Meeber Gascon got brought back in the comics. That seems like the right time and place for it.
Yeah. A lot of people over the years have been like, either love him or hate him. What happened to him? Did he go to the Empire? Yeah.
It's the cycle of Star Wars. When something like D Squad comes out, originally people are like, what is this? And now years later, when they're like, we're bringing D Squad back, people are very excited. I haven't really seen reactions from people online about it, but I'm excited. I think it's fun.
Yeah, Tyranno Naughty says bring in AP5 too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
So do you think he went to the Empire?
Gascon?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't think so
I hope
either.
not.
I don't think so. Do they make Imperial uniforms that tiny?
They make handcuffs that tiny.
That's true. Oh, it'd be so cute. Cute little Imperial. Ace Arcane, thank you for the next super chat. What should I read after Cataclysm? Quest for Planet X or Path of Vengeance?
I would save Path of Vengeance for last.
So read Quest for Planet X first.
Yes.
After that.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Piece rolled away from me. Yeah. Path of Vengeance definitely feels like the season finale, so to speak, of Phase 2. I think if you read Quest for Planet X after that, you'd be a little like, oh, okay. Also, Quest for Planet X takes place concurrently and mostly before the end of Path of Vengeance.
Sorry. I was looking at my activity rings on my watch, and I was like, when did I exercise? And then I forgot that we even went on a walk because it was so long ago.
That was yesterday.
That was so long ago. It was so many hours ago. I'm losing it. I did not sleep well last night. Mumbo Jumbo has the next super chat. Oh, sorry. Mumbo Jimbo. Thank you for the next one. Thoughts as to how much Ahsoka / Mando 4 will be to Filoni movie as Empire Strikes Back is to Return of the Jedi. Always darker before dawn type of situation. Love your show. Thank you.
It depends on how far away the movie is. Like, I think that you're probably onto something, that the series as a whole are going to get more and more intense, probably darker, so that when we get to the movie, it's going to be this big epic. I don't know if it'll be a finale. It probably will in some sense, but yeah, I don't know if Ahsoka is necessarily going to fill that void, fit that role. But maybe Ahsoka season 2 or 3 and Mandalorian season 5 or 6. Like, it all just depends on when that movie is even coming out.
Yeah, it's hard to say because so much can happen in Ahsoka and Mando 4 to make that movie like completely different from what we could expect it to be now. Always darker before dawn type of situation. Like it would just it would end on kind of a
Yeah, I mean, I think every season of every series that is going to be part of the Mandoverse is probably going to end on a pretty intense note.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
And then the movie will come out and resolve it all.
Do you think they're gonna kill Thrawn? Like Filoni will kill Thrawn in his movie?
Kinda, yeah.
It would be odd if he weren't killed, if he is the main villain, but I know, like, that's gonna cause a ruckus.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird now talking about, like, the original Thrawn trilogy, especially because it might influence I mean, whatever. The books are 25, 30 years old or something, so Thrawn dies in those books. I kind of think he's going to in the movies.
Mm. Yeah, I think he will. I guess it's one of those things where people are gonna hype it up so much for so long that when it happens, they're gonna be like, "Oh, they should have done it this way."
Yeah, I mean, his death is iconic. I would say, like, it sticks in my mind. So there is a part of me that's like, I hope they do it justice.
I didn't know he died in those books. I guess I assumed.
I definitely have told you that before.
I don't know how he dies. Or maybe I do. I know he has a pet. And I think that's cute. The Salamiri?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think those will be in the movie, but...
Because they are like a shield to the Force, right?
George Lucas didn't like him.
Because of that, or because of something else?
More that they kind of exist outside of the Force. Not exist outside of the Force, but yeah, that they could just say no to the Force.
No thank you.
Be like, no thank you to that.
Not today, sir. Yeah, I guess it would be weird if a living thing could do that. Because, I don't know.
The right side? That's the right side. I'm having trouble with directions right now. Like, which wing is this?
Oh yeah, I had that same problem with the little one. Jamie Dorr with another super chat here. Hi again. Know that it's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Luke going into the cave. Oh, for Luke going into the cave. Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
That's kind of the point Yoda's making, is that if you go in there with weapons, you're going to find a reason to use them.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, I do need them. And that's Luke's problem in The Last Jedi as well.
They're a crutch.
Why did you take your lightsaber into your nephew's hut? Mm-hmm. Probably because it's just always strapped to you. Like, the Jedi just carry them around.
It's like a security blanket thing.
I mean, yeah, kind of. But yeah, that's what I think Yoda's argument is that if you go in there with your weapons, you're going to use your weapons.
Mm. Oh, I like what Kenwood said in the chat. When you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
Is that true? I don't just pick up a hammer and start.
It's a parable, or. I think
it does give you that like desire to smash something.
The phrase is like, if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Like, if this is the only tool you know how to use, then you're like, how do I fix this pipe? I don't know.
I'm just gonna bang on it.
Like Hot Rod when he's like working on his car engine. I love that scene. We've definitely entered the part of the build where it's like, okay, we just got to do this 4 times. And,
oh, yeah.
But 1 to go. I know. You're just going to touch whatever you want to touch. You did something the other day that I was like, this is just like you in Legos.
What?
I forget what you did, but it's not going to come to me. But I told you. You just started like poking at stuff, and I was like, this is what. It wasn't even Lego related.
Was it in the video game?
I don't think so. I think it was not Star Wars related. I think it was just regular life, you know.
That sounds like me. Now I'm like trying to think of what it was.
It might have been at the cookout that our friend had. I can't remember.
Speaking of Kenwood, they have the next super chat. Which Star Wars novel have you reread the most times?
Probably Heir to the Empire, actually.
I don't think I've ever reread a Star Wars book.
Have you ever reread a book?
I'm too busy catching up with them. I think so, but it was a long time ago, and it was like a real short YA book. But no, that's not really my thing. I'm too behind on other books to reread books.
I really want to reread a lot of the High Republic, but I just don't have time.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like,
hard to keep up with the books as it is.
And since we get the advanced copies, it feels like as soon as one of us finishes a book, a new one comes along, and it's like once you start getting behind on books and comics, it feels so overwhelming to try to catch up. I felt that during Celebration and everything. It took me a couple weeks to even start Path of Vengeance, and that was stressing me out. Yeah,
because people are like, "Where's your Path of Vengeance review?" And I'm like, "It's coming. I'm just halfway through the book."
I don't know if you got the physical copy of that one first, right?
Yep.
And you saw how big it was, and we were like,
and
"Oh my gosh!"
It arrived while we were in London.
Yeah.
But that was kind of cool because I got to show Cavan Scott. I was like, "Look what just came."
Oh, okay. Tyrano Nadi sent another super chat in and says, Gulu and Guido are the two grumpy old guys on Kobo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Guido is the clawed species guy.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, crash games can be hard, especially 100%ing them.
Well, I know, like, they're platformers, right? And I do really like platformers. I 100%ed Super Meat Boy, which is a notoriously hard platformer, so no big deal.
What do you mean by platformer? It's
like
not like
Mario.
a side scroller.
No, but Super Mario 64 would be a platformer as well.
Oh, okay. I get platformer and side scroller confused.
A lot of side scrollers are platformers.
Yeah. Just whether or not the platforms are three-dimensional or not.
Yeah, I guess.
But I have met those two on Kobo.
They remind me of the Muppets. The old man Muppets. Is that what they said?
Gulu and Guido?
Or just that they were
the two
old
grumpy
men?
old guys.
Okay. Yeah, but the way they laugh after every conversation you have with them.
I like that Guido has an eye patch.
Yeah, over his eye stalk.
They're celebrating Pride Month for sure. Life partners. Brian Ferreira has another super chat here. Okay, who do you think would win in a fight? Marion Raven would. Mm-hmm. Willie Scott. Ugh.
We already know she's
Isla,
dying
what's her
first.
name? Isla, what's her name? Or Callista Flockhart. Oh, so Harrison's actual.
Oh, Ilsa.
Ilsa?
Ilsa.
What did I say?
Isla.
Isla, sorry. Ilsa, what's her name?
Schneider.
Wait, which one is she?
The Last Crusade one.
Well, Willie can fall off a cliff for all I care.
She probably will on accident.
I hated her.
She's very annoying.
Marion for sure.
No shade to Kate Capshaw. She seems lovely. But Willie Scott is so obnoxious. Mm-hmm. Which they were going for that. They wanted her to feel like the opposite of Marion, and they achieved it.
Yeah. She played that part perfectly.
Yeah. I think Marion wins easy. I've never seen Callista Flockhart in a fight.
She's real scrawny. I don't know. I mean, Marion's kind of scrawny too, but she's scrappy. But yeah, I think Marion Raven would for sure. Should get you with that butter knife.
Or frying pan.
Or a frying pan. Garth McMurray, thank you for the next super chat. My favorite part of the Young Indiana Jones show is that it's tales told by 93-year-old Indy, and for one episode, they got Harrison Ford to play old Indy.
I have seen those images.
Oh, cool. Did they, like, put him in old?
He has a beard. I think that's...
Did they put old on him?
There's 93-year-old Indy who has an eye patch, and then Harrison Ford played Indy in, like, the 1950s for an episode.
Mm. That's cool. It just... I don't know if I have that many hours of Young Indy in me to watch.
I'm willing to give it a go and just see how it is. Matt Martin put out a list of his top 10 Young Indy adventures, but I feel like I should just watch them.
That's so many.
There's a lot of episodes of the Clone Wars too.
I know, and we're almost done with it.
It only took us 4 years? 5?
It only took us that long because we're like recording commentaries and like doing videos on them, and then we took breaks every time a new show came out. But we're close, y'all.
We would have finished it otherwise.
We have 3 episodes left?
Yep.
And then we gotta blow through Rebels.
Yeah. And I'm not worried about that. We can finish Rebels before Ahsoka comes out.
Yeah. And Rebels we're not gonna cover like we've done Clone Wars.
I'm sure we'll do
some
extra content around it.
We'll do some commentaries, we'll do some videos, but it will be like arcs at a time, seasons at a time.
We'll figure it out as we go, because I just want to watch it before Ahsoka comes back out.
Yeah. Jane Dalton, what's up, Jane? Thank you for the next super chat. Being that Beskar blocks lightsabers, if you had a Beskar chainmail glove, could you catch a lightsaber blade with your hand? Could you then pull the lightsaber out of the wielder's hand, and can the blade not be gripped?
I think you could grip it. I'm trying to think if that's ever happened. I know
Grip it.
I know in like
into shape.
The
shape it up.
Old Republic cinematics, someone like stopped a blade. Satele Shan, but I think if you had a Beskar glove, you could catch the blade. It might be hot, it might cook your hand, but
oh yeah. I mean, yeah, if a lightsaber bounces off a piece of Beskar, then I would have to imagine you could wrap your hand around it if it were covered in Beskar.
Yeah.
But I wonder if a lightsaber has some kind of safety feature where, like, if the blade itself is being gripped or pulled on, it'll just turn off.
I mean,
I don't think they're put that much thought into
like
it.
Sometimes someone will throw a lightsaber and it stays on. Sometimes they drop it and the blade goes off. So I don't know what safety features are or aren't on. I guess they could just be using the Force to keep it on. But I feel like the second someone tried to pull it out of a Jedi's grip or something, it would probably just shut off.
Tyrannonati and Kenwood both brought up the father gripping Anakin's blade.
He's a special case.
Yeah.
He's a god.
I realize that.
Yeah.
I was just bringing it up. We talk about Mortis a little bit on the Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
Does the blade have mass to pull on, though?
I mean, it's plasma, I think. I don't know how plasma works, but I think so.
I don't... Okay, I get what you're saying. I don't think you can pull on it. You can push up against it.
Well, what would happen if you pulled on it, then?
But if you pull... I don't know. We need a real lightsaber to test this theory.
We need a...
And real Beskar.
And a physicist. Someone smart enough to handle these questions.
Plasma is still matter, so I guess technically... yeah.
I think you could do it. I think you could grab a lightsaber, but once it leaves the Jedi's hands, unless they actively use the Force to keep it on, I think it would just retract.
Mm-hmm.
And also a Beskar mail glove, I think would burn the crap out of you. Like, that's not thick enough. If there's holes in the mail and everything, I think that would burn your hand up.
You'd take it off and it would be like checkerboard print on your hand. Charpy says, it's Star Wars, not Science Wars. You're right. So I guess our answer is we don't know, but
my answer is yes. I vote yes.
Technically, I guess yes is the answer. But we're hoping that lightsabers have some sort of safety feature that don't allow you to do such a thing. Ultima Bendison. Wait. Ultima Bendison. I think I said that right. Thank you for the next one. Hey guys. When Palpatine says, all the Sith live in me in episode 9, doesn't it make you wonder how much...
You could stop there. You could stop there. It does. It does make me wonder.
Doesn't it make you wonder just how much control those Sith spirits have over Palpatine's actions? I don't think they have any control over what Palpatine's doing.
Yeah,
He is in full control. He made that up.
There are things that he says that make me go like, but... what does he mean? In my head canon right now, because we don't have a solid answer, I think he meant metaphorically.
Yeah, and that's what...
I just cut myself on Lego. Just like a little...
I'm writing an angry email to Lego. These are too sharp.
These are too sharp.
No, because Rey says, I'm all the Jedi. Obviously she's not, but she can hear them in her head, you know, like...
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe Palpatine can hear the Sith in his head, but I think he is just on his own journey. No one's telling him what to do.
Well, like, the way that he wants Rey to kill him, and I think...
so she can be Empress.
Yeah, but I think he's... again, this is not fully fleshed out anywhere. This is my thought. I think he is trying to trick her so that his spirit will pass into her, and then he will live on in her. Like, that was the whole point of creating the clones in the first place, was to create a suitable vessel, and then he's like, Rey is that suitable vessel. I don't think he's like, and now I will give up my autonomy to you, Rey. I think that he would have passed into her and lived on. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, does that mean... all the Sith live in him? Or is he just trying to make it sound normal? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder.
Irish Nexus in the chat said, I think it's like they're the culmination of the Jedi and the Sith at that point. I think that makes sense. Like, according to the two of them, they're the only Sith and the only Jedi around anymore.
Rey, I fully get what I am all the Jedi. She means metaphorically, and I have no questions about what she said. Palpatine, I wonder about. And it was like that. Yeah. That line had me just kind of sitting there thinking in the theater, and I wasn't focused as I should have been. I was like, that's a weird thing for him to say all of a sudden.
Apparently Google says when a lightsaber is in training mode, anyone can hold the blade. It's not a comfortable experience. All right.
It's not comfortable.
It's not a comfortable experience. It'd be like if you put a cast iron pan in the oven and then decided to just pull it out by its handle. Might be one of those situations.
That's more aggressive than just like it's not comfortable.
Maybe it only had been in there for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Still. That's hot.
That's hot. Ooh, okay. I don't know if we should talk too many spoilers, but Maxim...
oh yeah, we can avoid spoilers on that.
Bertnowski, thank you for the next super chat. Thoughts on the Ted Lasso finale?
I liked it.
I'm sad it's over, but I liked it. It was very safe. but I don't think they could have ended it any other way.
I mean, it felt like watching the Parks and Recreation finale, honestly, of just this. It's a comfort show, and I'm glad it got a comfort ending. Overall, I feel like season 1 of that show is perfection, and then I liked season 2 a little less, and I liked season 3 a little less, but I was still excited to watch it every week. I will definitely watch it again, but I don't think seasons 2 and 3 lived up to season 1 for me.
I don't think so either. There was a lot about like season 3 that just felt like it dragged on, and we were like, where is this going? But the way that ended, I'm happy with it. I do feel like they set up some potential spin-off stuff in the finale. I won't say how or what, but
I think people were expecting them to do that too.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely got more emotional for the Parks and Rec finale because I was way more invested in all the seasons of that show, but like there were a couple of parts of the Ted Lasso finale where I got misty-eyed, but it was all stuff that I expected to happen.
Well, it's a weird thing to, at the end of season 1, spell out the plan for the rest of the series, and then I don't want to go into spoilers, so I won't. I'll just stop talking. But like, it didn't go exactly as I thought it would, but it was pretty close. But that's fine.
And Kenwood said they still haven't stated if season 3 was absolutely the end, which I don't really understand. I think it's been said that Ted Lasso is not coming. The man
right
is not coming back.
I think the stories of the characters minus Ted could continue, even with Ted sometimes. Like, you never know. He might pop in, but I think his story is over for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Jane says the Parks and Rec finale is one of the best finales ever.
I agree.
They did so much to wrap up so many people's storylines.
But do you not agree that that's also safe? I think that
they jumped way into the future for some of those people.
Yeah, but like everyone got a happy ending. And that's kind of, you were saying that about...
I don't think it was safe though. That last scene of Ben and Leslie, of like who they might be. Which one is it?
I mean, I think that all made sense. I think it was... I'm not saying it's safe. You're the one that keeps using the word safe for Ted Lasso. I'm trying to say that I think that they are very similar.
Sure. Oh yeah, Jerry's stuff for the finale is... or Gary, Larry, Barry, what?
His whole presence in season 7 I really love.
Yeah. Ron's ending makes you cry every time you watch it. Yeah, same. It's just so Ron. Mocking Brick Channel, thank you for the next super chat. Could we get a Lego Starkiller Base set in 2025? Oh, so like a big ball with a hole through the middle?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like the Death Star set they've done. It could just be a big white sphere with a little play set inside.
Maybe? I don't know that...
Starkiller Base doesn't seem as exciting as the Death Star, but...
Yeah, if we haven't gotten it by now... I don't think so.
I think in 2025, 3 more years? I mean, I feel like they're already struggling to figure out what to do for the next UCS sets, which apparently a Venator Star Destroyer is coming next.
I did see a rumor that they're making a Jaws set.
That's in the Lego ideas thing, yeah.
So is that
it has to get enough votes.
Oh.
Like, fans vote on it, and then Lego will consider making it.
Go vote on the Jaws set. I want a Lego shark.
The Lego shark looks cool. But, like, people voted a long time ago. Shaun of the Dead was up for consideration, the Winchester, and it got enough votes, and Lego considered it, and they were like, doesn't really fit the Lego brand. I wonder if they would change that now.
Well, because it's named after a gun, and there's guns in it, and
I mean, it's a horror movie. It's a violent movie, but so is Jaws, and like I feel like that has a chance. So yeah. I'm saying that was years and years ago, and maybe now they would reconsider because Lego has a very large adult audience, and Lego seems to know that more now with their fancy black boxes.
They did the Coliseum Lego set. You know how many people died in that?
Yeah, it's a very violent set.
That's the most violent set. Brian Ferreira has another one for us here. Okay, last one. So who do you think would win in a fight? Sebulba, Rio Durant, or Grease Dritus? Well, Sebulba is a very dangerous dog.
If it's an especially dangerous dog. If it's a pod race, I think Sebulba wins. If it's...
I think in like a fist fight. They all have 4 limbs, except I guess one of Grease's
Sebulba only has 4. Rio and Grease have 6 limbs.
Oh, right, because they have 4 arms and then legs.
Sebulba's primary punching limbs are legs, so that might give him an edge. It's like a kangaroo. Yeah. It's
like a space kangaroo.
I still think that the forearms are gonna take him, but Grease is not a fighter, so Sebulba might beat Grease.
He's got that hippie Willie Nelson hairdo.
Yeah. I think it comes down to Rio and Sebulba. Rio, we haven't seen either of them just fight. Sebulba did jump on Jar Jar. Rio is very agile and good with a blaster. Yeah. I think Rio takes this.
Really?
I think he's more agile. He has 4 arms.
I feel like he has the least amount of chance.
He's very monkey, chimpanzee based, and they're dangerous animals.
True.
They started 28 days later.
Not on their own. One was being experimented on. That was our fault. That was on us.
That's my bad.
Well, okay, so Grease, even though he's not really a fighter...
You think he beats Rio?
He does have a mechanical hand now, /arm.
That's true.
We don't know what that thing can do.
I mean, even if you get hit with it once, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of tricks he's got in his robot arm. And then...
But there's several jokes made about how he is just not fighting material. That did make me bleed a little.
Yeah. Oops. But I don't know. I think Sebulba would fight the dirtiest.
I think that's true.
So, I think he has the most experience being in fights. So, I guess I'd say Sebulba.
It's a tough one. I think that's a reasonable answer, but I'm going to give Rio the edge with his 4 arms.
I'm going to give Grease an edge with his robot arm. Garth McMurray, thanks for another super chat. Happy Pride Month. Thank you.
I'd heard the fan and didn't see it, and I thought something was falling or breaking. It scared me.
Your concentration was breaking, that's what it was. With Zeb appearing in live action, might we ever see Zeb with Kallus as a couple on Lyrasan? Is it canon that they are a couple? It's not canon. Will we ever see them as a couple? I don't know. Well, okay, so we did get live action Zeb.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that until now.
I think there's a chance for Kallus.
Do you think they should be a couple?
I mean, the final scene of them at Lyrasan Like that was definitely like
they're like
bringing someone home to meet the family.
They might as well have done the hand on the engagement picture photo. I think they should be.
Steve Bloom said something like, this was I think the Rebels finale event that they held. Someone asked about Callus and Zeb, and he said in Zeb's voice that Zeb always gets his man, or something like that.
Oh, that's so cute.
So I'm like, I want to know what Callus. I do want to know what Callus is up to now.
Yeah, I do too. Oh, I was gonna ask who should play live action Callus, but we're terrible at those.
Yeah, I hate fan casting because I'm bad at it. I know I've seen people send suggestions before. Maybe what's his name? Josh, the guy that played Sawyer in Lost. He has kind of that Callus hair. But I've seen people do fan casting for Callus before.
Yeah, I bet people would make a fuss. I mean, obviously, people make a fuss about any queer couple in anything ever, but especially in their Star Wars. But I feel like people would be like, oh, well, they're not going to show us that because it's a human and it's, what's his species?
Lasat.
It's a human and a Lasat. But, like, look at how over-sexualized all the Twi'leks are.
Right.
The poor Twi'leks. So, if we're going to over-sexualize one species, none of them are safe. Claude is next.
Sexy Claude is coming.
Come out in a little string bikini. He didn't have any clothes on.
He's
to
already
begin with.
naked, Molly.
It's like, wait. Yeah, I got nothing. Tyrana Naughty said, give the furries a win. You know what? You're right. They need it. There was just, is it just called FurryCon? Or...
No, I think it has a name. A different name, but...
It just happened here in Atlanta. We've never been, but we know some people in the improv comedy scene that go. What is it called? That's gonna bother me.
I don't remember.
Anyways. D-Train has the next super chat. Excited for Across the Spider-Verse?
I am. I don't know when we'll get to see. I guess we could run out tomorrow and see it, but it comes out tonight.
I'll still be packing, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean,
it's
I'm
probably going
excited.
to be a couple weeks before we see it, but yeah, I love the first movie.
I need to rewatch the first one, I think.
I'd watch it with you. It's very good.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of...
I know what you're doing.
I don't know his handle on Instagram. That's gonna bug me until I look it up, though.
You can look it up another time. It'll be okay.
Ooh. I thought of it, I think. No. It's not Frolicon, is it?
No, that's the other one.
That's the other one. Okay. Never mind. When does the next Spider-Verse game come?
The Spider-Man 2 game?
Yeah.
Sometime this year, I think.
Is that Spider-Verse? Or
No,
just a Spider-Man
it's
game?
just Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Spider-Verse movie, I haven't seen a whole lot about it, but I think that's just because Indy has been the big thing on everybody's minds, and also the Barbie movie. I'm super excited for that.
I just haven't really been paying attention to anything about Across the Spider-Verse because I know I'm going to see it. And I'm like, you don't need to sell me.
Yeah. Thanks for the super sticker, Bradshaw's Studio. It's like, it looks like a little pear.
Little super pear?
With a Superman cape and a headband on. He's super cute. Oh, got someone in the chat that just saw the movie. David Livingston, thank you for the next super chat. I just got back from seeing Into the Spider-Verse. Wait, is that what it's called?
Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay. I assume that's what they meant. It's visually amazing, the music is lit, and the writing is so witty. I highly recommend seeing it on the big screen.
I want to.
Those words are how I would describe the first one, and I assume this one would be equally as entertaining.
The first one, like, I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. I just heard that it was good, and I was like, another Spider-Man movie? Really? But okay. And then I was like, okay, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up, Recovery Hacker? Thanks for being a member of the Bigs Mega Fans for 2 months. They say, love the shirt, Molly. My oldest, Caitlin, just graduated from GCSU with honors.
Oh, nice.
Could you guys wish her luck with her master's program?
Congratulations and good luck.
Yay.
I had some friends that went to GCSU.
Congrats, good luck. I'll do a little fan whip for good luck for you. Because that's what that does, right? That spreads good luck. I'm making that a thing now. How we doing over here?
Almost done with bag number 2, and then we'll have one more bag.
Looks like an X-Wing. I can't believe there weren't any stickers with this one.
There were. And there's going to be more.
What did you tell me that that they've started printing the nameplates instead of giving them as stickers, and I am offended. Only because I was really good at the sticker parts.
There are more stickers coming. Don't worry. That's cool.
Where do the stickers go? Ooh. You just did it. Why can't I do it? Wait, does it close that way too? Or do you just push them closed?
I think this, like, locks them in place. There we go. Now you can twist it.
To the right?
Yeah, clockwise.
Oh. All the mechanics of Lego sets are very flimsy, so I'm always really nervous whenever I try to.
It's never stopped you, though.
No, it has not. What's up, Sean Sully?
Hey, Sean.
Sean sent a super chat in that says, super chat. Thank you. You should go check out Sean's Twitch live streams. He's been playing a bunch of Zelda. What's the Kingdom of Tears, Hearts, Heart Tears? Zelda's Hearts.
All of that's right.
Go check out Sean Sully on Twitch and watch him play games.
Why do I have an extra one of these pieces, Molly?
I don't know.
Me neither.
They always give you a little extra, don't they?
Not for this piece. I don't think.
Which piece?
This little, like, half moon. I only remember it going on these parts, and I have them all right. I'm just gonna keep going.
Is it on the front?
No, it goes right there, and I got it.
Oh.
It's there. It's there.
Why
I
wouldn't
did
they
it right.
give you an extra one of those?
Well, I don't know. They usually do the smaller pieces, and I didn't get an extra one of these in that bag, so now I'm confused. But I did it right, so I'm gonna keep going.
Looks good to me.
Last bag.
Ooh, okay. Calm like a bomb. Thank you for the next super chat. Lasat versus Wookiee. They're both big and strong.
Yeah.
Kind of hairy. Wookiees are hairier, I think.
I don't think they'd fight each other. But,
I mean, okay, so we know Wookiees can pull people's arms out of their sockets.
I think a Lasat probably could too.
I do too. But we've never seen it done.
I think we're probably on pretty even ground here. I think a Lasat wins because Wookiees... I think of Wookiees as slightly gentler, like in nature.
Tyrone Onati in the chat said, let the Wookiee win. I tend to agree. We're just gonna let them think they won. But I think that might be just a tie. I don't know. Zeb was real big and strong looking.
But so is Chewie.
Chewie's kind of lanky though.
But he pulls people's arms out of their sockets.
Yeah.
Lanky is good, gives you reach, but I think Zeb has it too.
Yeah, I think Dino Park Dan is right. Maybe it would depend on the Wookiee and the Lasat. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so if we're talking Black Chrysanthemum, he's
okay, yeah, that's
definitely
true.
Gonna,
Black Chrysanthemum is a different beast.
He's gonna tear you up.
Yeah. I think it's a tie. It is a toss-up on just Lasat versus Wookiee.
Because, yeah, we haven't seen very many Lasat.
Well, they're nearly wiped out.
Aw. What a bummer. Yeah, Andy says, why they gotta fight? Maybe it's a drinking contest. I've never been good at the whole who wins in a fight, this person or this person. Unless it's Indy.
Whoever
because he shot a guy.
The story needs to win.
Yeah, Tarful looked pretty strong too. Who would win, Tarful or Tarples? Definitely Tarful. But Tarples might have his trusty steed.
I mean, Tarples did some damage against Grievous, so I don't want to discount that.
What are you building now?
Like engines and stuff.
Oh, okay. I was like, it looks pretty complete. I didn't know what was missing. Where are we gonna put this one?
I don't know.
On the floor with the Razor Crest?
Razor Crest. I don't know, Molly. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I'm shocked I haven't kicked pieces off of the Razor Crest by now.
I have.
You have?
Yeah, I just put them back on. Like the top. Oops, what'd I just do?
There's a little black piece.
What? Where did that come
That's what
from?
fell off. I think it fell off the bottom of this. Or maybe it was on the base, I don't know. That's never a good sign when you hear, where did that come from?
Yeah, I don't like that. Come here. I don't immediately see where... Oh, wait, maybe there.
Oh, back here.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I did it! I figured it out. Oh.
I'll figure that out later.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it could easily go back on. Steve says, well, spoiler alert, the Razor Crest does get blown to pieces. True. If we ever want to make this screen accurate, just let me know and I'll toss it down the stairs. Which is such a bummer, though. Like, that ship is so cool. Such a cool design. Hang it from the ceiling.
I definitely wouldn't hang that from the ceiling. It's got too many loose parts that'll just fall off.
This, plus it's way heavier than this.
This one seems fine. In the Star Destroyer, that would probably be fine. That one's pretty solidly built. It's just heavy.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, Garth McMurray, thank you for the next super chat. Speaking of the LEGO Razor Crest, I still want a Patreon exclusive video of you blowing it up with fireworks in a field somewhere. That's littering.
Yeah.
First of all. Unless I guess we could put a tarp down or something.
I don't know that we could trust that everything would land on the tarp. We have the non-UCS one. We could put that in the field and shoot like a bottle rocket at it and see what happens.
When they make biodegradable Lego, we'll do that. Honestly, just now having that thought, I was like, oh my gosh, how many landfills on Earth are filled with Lego? That is a bummer to think about.
I've never thrown any of my Lego away. I still have all my childhood Lego in the closet.
Well, someone's gonna get it eventually.
Yeah, and they'll keep it and cherish it forever.
Is that what happens?
Yep.
They go off into the farm.
No,
to live
I'm being
ever
serious.
After.
Just because you grew up sad without Lego doesn't mean...
I had Lincoln Logs. Thank you very much. I didn't need Lego. Brian Ferreira said, Alex's closet is like the warehouse in Raiders. It's getting to be.
Yeah, that would be funny to just get like some wooden crates in there.
Oh, Calm Like a Bomb says, Lego used to have a recycling program. Used to? They should bring that back. Yeah, I was old school with Lincoln Logs, and probably most of you don't know what those are. Snow and Blood said, Lincoln Logs, what are those?
Oh, I was about to say, people know what Lincoln Logs are. Oh, never mind.
I mean, I think they made them for a while. They might still make them, I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
I know they re-released them in their, like, retro packaging, but I had the old school ones. They were just like, they're literally like plastic logs that you could like sit on top of each other. They had like little notches on the sides and you could just make tiny log cabins, and they came with roofs and windows and I think doors. But it was very exciting. But it was over so soon. Like, you'd just stack all the logs, put your windows in, put the roof on, and be like, all right, I did it. And then you knock it down.
And you do it again.
And you do it again.
I mean, yeah, they're just slightly fancier building blocks, which is what Legos are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they did make wood ones originally. Now they're plastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to be wood.
Oh, no, I knew they were wood. I didn't know they were plastic now.
Yeah.
I don't know why that bummed me out, but it did.
That's right. Calm Like a Bomb is right. The roof pieces were plastic. Everything else was wood.
Huh. Okay, good.
I'm actually shocked at the amount of people that had Lincoln Logs.
I mean, I figured people would at least know what they were. I'm surprised there are people that don't.
They're pretty old.
It's our weekly reminder that we're old.
Super old. I think I knew that I was old yesterday when we were setting up we got new phones, which I think we did fairly well at like getting them set up or whatever, but it just took so much out of me. I was exhausted by the end of the day, and I was like, I hate this. I hate having to reinstall everything and wait for everything to copy over. We don't use the cloud. I don't even know how that works.
We do use the cloud.
We do? For
Yeah,
what?
That's how we copied the phone over.
So all of my pictures are on the cloud now?
No, like it's not all backed up there, but we have some stuff on the cloud.
See, I don't know what's on there and what isn't. Anyways, we got new phones. And they're big and kind of heavy, but they have 3 cameras. So we should be able to take some great selfies in Yellowstone. I got one of those little magnetic cases, which I really like because I never liked sticking the hooks or the pop sockets straight to the case.
I like the magnetic stuff too.
Once it was on for good, but this is all done magnetically, which is cool. Yes, Molly yells at cloud. Molly yells at iCloud.
Yep.
I never know where it is. Did you ever have Connects?
Mm-hmm. Not nearly as many as I did Lego, but I had a friend who had a ton of Connects.
I had a friend, my oldest childhood friend, her dad was obsessed with them. Because, he was like a carpenter, a builder of things, an engineer.
A builder of things.
Yeah. And so he would make these like huge, elaborate sets of like Ferris wheels and roller coasters and stuff out of Connects. And I would be like, whoa, you really like these, huh?
Oh, this is it. Last bit of assembly here.
I don't want to get copyrighted.
Do you know what that's from?
Excellent singing.
Do you know what that's from?
Rocky? It's not Eye of the Tiger. No, I don't.
Chariots of Fire. As a
Never
cross-country
seen it.
runner,
Never
I have
seen
heard that song a ton,
Oh.
and that's why I was like...
I don't know. I couldn't think of an Apollo 13 song.
Well, I'm done except for this piece that fell off and goes somewhere.
Well, that's on the base, I think.
I don't know where, though. I don't know. It fell off.
I think we can show her off without the base piece on there.
Yeah,
And
I don't see where it is supposed to go. This is really cool how it pretty easily locks S-foils in attack position. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Jay and I am bringing our good camera still. We just wanted to upgrade our phones so that we could take better selfies.
I'm trying to see if there's like obviously a piece missing somewhere.
It's not. It doesn't go here.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Look
where
at
it goes.
you, Snappy.
I don't see where it.
I
may
don't
have
know,
gone.
Margot.
I don't know, Margot.
Yeah, that's a big. It's a big set.
But it looks good. I like it a lot.
Can you like manhandle the wings open and closed, or do you have to use little twisty?
I think you kind of have to use the twisty thing because it will lock the wings in whatever position they're in. Why do you want to try to manhandle them?
No, I do not. I will stick to using its little thing that doesn't work.
Keep twisting it.
There we go. We did it.
This is gonna bug me, but not that much.
Cute. I like that the engines have the little like bright pink pieces,
Yeah,
because I did always love that for some reason, that the engines on the X-Wings looked hot pink.
Mm-hmm. This is cool. This is a good set.
Yeah.
And nicely sized for UCS also. I like this one, the A-Wing, the land speeder, where it didn't take
all the ones,
16 weeks to build.
All the ones that aren't 15 bags of gray pieces. Yeah.
This took us 3 weeks.
All right, well,
Yeah,
while you look...
there it is.
Oh, did you find it?
Yeah.
Is it on the
It's
front?
on the stand. Who could have guessed that?
Hey. Oh, okay, it was just opposite the other one. Yeah, that was a pretty quick build for us.
That X-Wing had a child.
Oh yeah, we made that joke. Was it the last time? Like right after we went off camera?
Oh, and that's where the stickers go.
Oh yeah!
Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, here, you get to put some stickers on last. While it's already assembled. These stripy ones go right here. And I'm gonna assume the gray one goes on the other wing, but I will find that.
So they're different?
Yep.
Like this one goes here and this one goes here?
I think so. I'm gonna find out.
What's the orange thing on the table? It's
This?
the
multi-tool that comes with every Lego set now.
yeah. We've got orange ones, we've got a teal one.
I've got my old gray one that I had to, yeah, it used to be you had to buy it separate.
Okay,
Only the serious
Poopa.
Lego builders had it.
What's the next Lego build? Do you ask?
Oh,
so
yeah.
we've got all those
we do
helmets.
have it. No, next is a special one for June.
You're right. Should we?
Yeah, I don't.
Where is it?
Over there in a box underneath other boxes.
Oh, it's literally in a cardboard box. We're gonna do the Indiana Jones set.
Yeah,
for
the
June.
the temple diorama with the boulder and the idol and all that. Saving that for Indy month.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the gray one goes there just
on the
like
very
that.
edge.
Yeah, on the edge there.
Not in the center.
No, on the edge.
Okay. StarTech73 asks what your favorite set is that you've built on stream.
Probably the Falcon. That one, I do like that we spread these out over 16 weeks or like that one.
Oh, this is harder
that
to
one-
do when it's already built.
That one felt like a really big accomplishment. Nice.
I'm so good at stickers, y'all. Yeah, I have no idea.
This one was fun too, though.
Tradesies.
Yeah, I think the Falcon has got to be the answer.
See, this is great for me because I feel like I get to put the final touches on.
Yeah, you're finishing the set.
concentrating.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it right at the end.
I put those on perfectly.
They look great. They look like they were printed on.
Please don't stop making stickers, Lego. My favorite part of the streams.
I'd be fine if you stopped Lego.
No, make the stickers. Some people like them.
No, I'm happy you like them. And that's perfect, because I don't like putting them on. So that's why I get you to do all of them.
Yeah.
But that is going to be it for us and for the X-Wing. We're going to wrap up, and we're not going to do any streams next week because we will be gone. We'll be on vacation. And then we'll be back the week after. Back to normal.
Yeah.
But,
get a whole... I mean, there will still be videos coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Every day next week, but we will be elsewhere.
Yeah, we got videos coming out the whole time, but we're going to go start our vacation and relax tonight. I don't know what we're going to do tonight, but...
We're going to start with dinner.
Yeah, let's cook dinner. But thank you all for hanging out with us and building the X-Wing with us. Both X-Wings. That's heavier than I thought. Everyone have a great rest of your week and weekend and next week, and may the Force be with you.